Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. I'm SS Cannon, and today we've got a pretty good one for you. We have Cross Blitz, a kind of newer roguelite deck building kind of game, and it's been a lot of fun. I've put a couple hours into it myself, just kind of playing on the side and everything, and I've been enjoying it a lot. That I was like, I should probably share this with people. And today, we're just gonna go kind of a brief sort of introduction to it, give you some basic of an idea, do a run, see how it goes. But it all starts kind of here. After you start your game and everything, you have a choice between Fables and Tusk Tales. Fables is more of their kind of story driven sort of narrative and such throughout the game. You kind of pick a character and kind of go through their story sort of thing. Like any normal story mode that you might have in like a multiplayer or something. But Tusk Tales, that's what we're going to be kind of focusing on today, is more their roguelike component, which is really fun, right? I see kind of this is the overmap with the varying locations that you're going to be battling through. But what we're going to focus on first is here sort of in the tavern. See, the tavern is where all your mercenaries are, and as you see, there are a lot of mercenaries. All right, there's like what 20 mercenaries for you to choose from, all having their own kind of different decks and playstyles to them. I like Bang. Bang right now is my favorite of the ones that I played. But you start with Admiral Brass, right? And they have their own kind of meta progression. They see he's level 1, while my Bang is like level 8, and that's more based off of these Husk. See, Husk are the in-game currency meta progression that you use. You use them for one, unlock new mercenaries for to use, but also if you go here into the leveling system, you can pay for obviously extra max HP, additional relics, which we'll kind of get into as we kind of do the run. New cards for your deck, which are more just cards to start in your starting deck that you replace, and then Blitz Bursts, which I haven't unlocked anymore, but they're like your supers, right? When you meet the criteria, you get this card to be able to play whenever you kind of want and such, and it can be very powerful depending on how you do it. Right, but like I said, this is sort of just unlike cards. This is your adventuring party, so your starting deck, and these are additional recruits that you unlock in that well meta progression thing, and you can essentially swap out your starting deck with these sort of cards just to sort of tailor them more to kind of what you want, depending on what you're looking for. And we're gonna do a run, but I'm gonna unlock someone new so we can kind of both go through it together. And I was thinking of doing Piper. Apparently, Piper is a 3-star, right? The level of difficulty doesn't matter. It's 3-star difficulty, so it's not risky. But just kind of looking at their deck, starting that you get Piper themselves, which is usually what you always get. You get the actual mercenary as kind of the main card. Flying, combat start. These are like traits, right? Cards have varying traits. You've played any sort of card game that has like special effects and stuff, or things that are required in there. You'll kind of understand it. Well, it looks like he's flying. Flying means that he can only be blocked by other flying minions, which is good, right? That means his damage is gonna pretty much always go through because unless they have like a flying deck or flying minions. And combat starts. So at the start of combat, he'll always destroy a friendly minion in front of this and summon a Silver Shade to replace it. It's not bad. And the great thing is, you can right click. You can actually just right click and it'll show you what that card is that they're talking about. And it's Silver Shade. On death, deal 2 frost damage to a random enemy. So when he dies, he'll deal 2 frost damage, right? And there are damage types like frost, there's pyro, there's like draconic, and then there's like just general damage that doesn't have a name because there are cards that will boost certain types of damage and things like that, which is pretty good, pretty good. And you got Rhyme Paw. Before attacking a minion, freeze the target. And that's also another thing I really like, is that it tells you what the trait means or what the effect is in the card for you. So freeze. Take double damage or 2x damage from all sources for 1 turn, which is pretty good, right? So before he attacks, he's going to freeze them, and then he's going to hit them for 1. Instead, he's going to hit them for 2. So let's just quickly kind of go over the card. It's pretty easy to tell, right? If you look at the card, we'll get more into it when we get closer to it. But I'm gonna unlock Piper. So we start there at level 1. And it's cool because you have what their Blitzbird is, their playstyle, their combo deck. So doing varying combos and such, and like I said, the difficulty, just general level challenge that is play that card, and traits. Traits are they're not like super important. They are important for landmarks, which we'll get into. But let's get the run going so we can better just show you kind of what we're doing. And so, for instance, Piper's got a 12 card deck, right? You can view the deck anytime you need to. Boom, just real kind of easy. This is what we're starting with. Rhyme Polish, Silver Shade, Piper and Cells, and Cyclone Blast. Cyclone Blast is a spell, as you can see. But so we're going to actually start in the Southern Seas. It would be kind of bad for me to start here at level 3. We're going to start here just at the normal starting point for certain things. You can kind of see exactly who the boss is, right? It's Swindler Wharf. And so in this Wharf, it's Tuskier Lux. You can see that they have a relic. These are relics. You can see 4 slots, 4 relics equipped at a time. They give obviously varying effects. Like this one, after a friendly pirate dies, revive it as a doomed recruit. A doomed recruit being a 1/1, just with no effect or anything. So that is something to kind of look out for. Anytime one of his pirates dies, they're gonna get a replacement essentially. But although this obviously you can go normal, you can go hard mode if you want to make it more difficult. Like you see Tons and C, you can kind of see things that I've beaten them with run wise. All right, you can see there are varying bounties because cards have bounties, and if you go through and you defeat the person with the bounty, you can unlock these rewards to add to your run as things that can pop up, right? Additional items, and then mask. Mask are essentially extra difficult challenges that you can add, right? You can have up to 3 masks. Each mask does something different that's going to change how the game plays. Typically, like I said, making it more difficult for you. But if you make it more difficult, the more husk you win per battle and such. So the more metal progression you ultimately get, which is, a nice trade-off. We're not going to run any masks for this, right? We're just going to do a simple run. I've never played this deck before. You saw me unlock them for the first time just now. So let's see what this kind of looks like. So here we are. Come on. If you play a roguelite, you know what this is, right? This is the route. The really cool thing about this route, too, is if there's something specific they're looking for, like I want to hit this. This is an elite deadly battle, which is basically an elite enemy. It'll tell you the route or at least the route you need to be taking to get to that fight, right? So I can't go to the right side, because if I do, I won't be able to make it over to the left side to fight him. Right? Same way if I was, I really want to get to this bounty, right? Which I don't really need to. If I do, I think you can still take bounties if you've completed all the bounties and gotten all these special items, because they allow you to get extra husk, essentially. So it's like, if I'm looking for this, I have to kind of take this route to be able to get there. But we'll play a little dangerous. We'll go towards the deadly battle, so we'll start. You can kind of see who you're fighting up against. It looks like this is Silver Shade, so it's going to be another kind of freeze thing against us, which since we're already doing freeze, it's kind of mirrory. Let's go here with Barrel Belly. It's a little different. So you can kind of see the board. Where you go first? Opponent gets a prison. So, like most games, when you start, you kind of can see your starting hand. You start with 4, and you draw 1 at the start of every turn, as well as you kind of get your discard phase. You played like Magic or a lot of other varying card games and such. It's kind of your, I don't want this, so I'm gonna put that back in deck and redraw. 4 is not bad, but let's go to our draw. So this is our starting hand, and this is what the board looks like. Obviously, you have mana, essentially. What the essence is what you kind of need to summon your varying creatures, play cards, that sort of thing. And when you kind of look at the card, it's very simple. See, at the top left is your card's attack, the damage, the amount of power that they have. The very top is the costs, your essence, what it costs to actually summon. Right? As you see, we have 1 out of 1 prism essentially, which means we have one essence, so we can summon a card with 1 essence. This is why we can't summon Silver Shade because it costs 2, or Cyclone Blast because it costs 4. And then on the right is their health, right? They have 1 health. So they're pretty much going to die for anything that hits them. But that's not that big of an issue. And then you have your HP here, you know, we have 20, they have 5 currently because it's easy, right? How many cards in deck, that sort of thing. If you run out of cards in your deck, when you go to draw, instead you'll lose 1 HP. I actually learned that yesterday from this recording, just seeing that my opponent ran out of cards, and when they went to draw, they took 1 damage, so it's not great. Here you have your, well, lanes, right? 4, you know, front and back sort of lane. And when you attack from left to right, from left, top, bottom, and just kind of going sort of zigzag like that, which is nice. So it kind of puts sort of play of where you want to position your cards and things like that. So just for the heck of it, I'm gonna put Rempod there. And like most things, they come in with Summoning Sickness. There are varying traits and stuff that can alter that, but obviously they're not gonna be able to attack in the first turn. But it sets them, and then you see you have Blitz. Blitz is your in turn. When you hit Blitz, you automatically go into essentially combat round. You do whatever combat that you can within that round, and then the turn is over. So we're just gonna Blitz. Obviously, no combat phase because there's Summoning Sickness, and it's their turn. And they have to play 2 cards because if you go second, you get a essentially free Prism. The Prism allowing you to, you know, gain an extra essence for your turn, so you can play a 2 cost, or you can do, you know, something a bit more than that. What I'm going to do, because this will go first, and it's kind of dangerous, we're gonna put our Silver Shade here. Now, you'll kind of see it in combat, but obviously my Remba is good, so it's gonna attack. There's nothing here blocking it. So it's going to go straight to the face, right? It's going to hit them directly. When their combat phase comes into play, their Pirate Recruit, since it's being blocked by my Silver Shade, when they clash, my Silver Shade will retaliate, doing its damage to it as essentially simultaneously. So they'll end up probably killing each other. But I have a death thing, so I'll end up doing 2 frost damage to one of the random enemies. Random enemies don't just include minions. It could be the actual, you know, mercenary itself. It's just sort of random. So we're gonna hit them directly in the face. It's their turn. They're gonna play more cards. It's gonna attack me nonsense. They're gonna trade. It's kind of unfortunate to hit that since it already went. But what I can do now is I can shade here. I can Rhyme Paw here. And sort of go on. In these early games, it's not there's not too much craziness going on, right? You know, they're starting to tend to block. They're realizing that the damage is a little dangerous. Alright, they're kind of taking each other out. We're gonna put you here. I'm putting things in the front just to make them have to spread if they want to try to block. You see, he only has 2 cards, so he's not gonna be able to block everything. Honestly, if this hits them, okay. I was like, if this hits them, it'll be game anyway. But that's gonna be game because he doesn't have anything to block all our stuff. Freeze a minion and every minion in its row. So if we needed Cyclone Blast and then deal 2 frost damage to them, which is great because if we freeze them, obviously it's going to double damage. So instead of doing 2, it's going to end up doing 4 frost damage to them. There's a bit. Yeah, we'll play it just to show it off. Froze, boom, then they end up taking double. But that's going to be it. Yeah, pretty simple. You can do you can overkill, do additional damage, and when you finish a battle, 1, you get money. Money is good. 2, you get to choose a pack, essentially, a pack of cards that will be added to your deck if you want to. You can leave. I have rerolls. You'll unlock rerolls as you progress through the kind of through the game a bit. But you can kind of see what they are. Scorching Whirlwind, so you deal 2 power damage and scorch the tile. Scorching that tile, essentially, yeah. The next minion that they put on that tile, or next minion that occupies that tile, takes 1 pyro damage immediately. Which is good, right? So it automatically weakens them. And it seems like you would get 2 of them, and then we get Aura Guard. I'm looking for that. If anything, one of these, because these are both ice base. Alter Wingwing, it's a 10 cost, 2/8, okay? Played. Revive your Silver Shades that died this game. Deal 2 frost damage for any that don't fit. Alright. So for every Silver Shade, which is your deck, looks like we start with 4. And then Piper will summon 1 every time it destroys a friendly in front of it. So for every single one of them that dies, he's gonna re-summon them into any unoccupied space. And then if there is no space, it's gonna still deal 2 damage of frost to every single one, which is pretty good. That can definitely be a huge swing at the end. Frost Fist, freeze a minion. If it's already frozen, deal 2 frost damage instead, so it's gonna deal 4. Bitter Winter, another big spell. Freeze all characters except your hero. Deal 2 frost damage to them. All characters. I'm thinking if it's characters, it would be minions as well. It's gonna freeze them all down to 2, which will really deal 4. So it'll also deal 4 damage to their hero or mercenary, which is pretty good. But that's not a big 8. Right now, I think it's better we get something, a little one like this. Frost Fist, freeze a minion. It's already frozen, deal 2, so 4. 2 shatters, destroy frozen minions. We don't have a whole lot of ways to freeze too much. Looks like Frost Fist will give us 1. Cyclone Blast will freeze. We have 2 of these. Because these last for 1 turn, I'm not sure if Rhymepaw will... I'm not sure if it's one, like, it'll be at the start of their turn, it'll be unfrozen, or at the end of my turn. I would have to guess. I'm sure we'll ultimately get more ways to freeze. These are great. I'm going to take this removal. Right, and then here we have, the Tavern. We're going to go this way because we're going towards that deadly. The Tavern is essentially a way for you to add another character's starting deck to you, or at least these random cards. Doing so, obviously, can hybrid your deck, but also you get pairing bonuses, right? You get additional gold and additional husk whenever you actually win, and it's based off of how difficult they think that deck will synergize with yours. There's a 2 difficulty. 2. Alright, they're all 2 difficulties, so everything will be a little hard to actually fight with. So we've got Spurfoot Willie, we have Musket, and Core. Now it looks like they are more about Shubsar, such, and Trampling. Trampling, as you see, when attacking, X's damage hits the next target in the column. So if he hits someone in the front, it's going to go and hit the extra damage is going to hit the thing in the back. If there's nothing in the back, it's going to go straight to the hero's face instead, which is also really good. Musket is all about cannons. Cannons can target the enemy hero. Summon 2 cannons in adjacent target. Inanimate, summon a pirate minion, deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. Fire cannons, it can target heroes. Hothead. Hothead is, as you see, when you summon it, it will automatically attack the enemy minion if there's an enemy minion in that column. Right, which is pretty nice, right? You just put it down and immediately attack that minion if that minion is if there's a minion in that column. We don't really have a lot of pirates, so it looks like if we get this, we'll get pirates from essentially 2 of them, but 2 of their starting units have pirates. We don't have any pirates in our deck starting. We don't have anything like that. So it's not. I can see why it's be a little difficult. Courier is all about archery, right? Archers, that you see, don't retaliate when attacking. Instead, they fire arrows equal to their power. So they're kind of like trample in that sense, where as you see, he has 4. Instead of him hitting 1 arrow for 4 damage, he shoots 4 arrows for 1 damage each. So they can move on to the next target. So kind of like trample, it can hit the first enemy for 2, and then the next enemy in that column for 2, or hit the hero to the face, which is pretty good. And because they're archers, they don't retaliate. So when they attack, you can attack them back, but it works the same way. When you attack them, they don't attack back. So archers are kind of nice to put in the back. So I might take archer. The cannons would be cool, but I would also need to get more pirates to actually run this if I want to go with cannons. Cannons are cool. As you see, like every time you summon, this deals 2 damage to a random enemy minion. It's pretty good. So I think I'm gonna take core. Yeah, we'll take core. See this sort of ice archer build, which would be kind of nice too, right? If we freeze an enemy, that means the archer's gonna be doing double damage to him as well as not getting retaliated against. It's pretty good. And here we have relic. Purchase a relic at the gold. So relic skill here. From what I understand, relic slots sort of unlock over time. I'm not sure exactly at what points they do, but I do know that like kind of one at a time thing. So minions that cost 2 or less have dual strike. Your opponent's spells cost 1 more, or after you play an archer, give it +1 health and guard. I think I have this. I don't know. This is a core specific relic. I unlocked it from his meta progression. Now I don't know if this only pops up because we have him, or if it'll pop up regardless. Because obviously core is the one that has archers. It wouldn't really work for anything that doesn't have archers. So look at our deck. So how many minions do we have that cost 2 or less? They would have dual strike, which isn't bad, but we don't really have things that do a lot of damage. It'd be good for these, right? Because these would have dual strike, so they'd hit twice. So that'd be, 2 damage instead of 1 for all of them. Silver Shade is probably gonna die on the first hit because on the end doesn't really have health. And these are more to put more power in your archers, so I could go for dual strike. I think that's good. After you play an archer, give it +1 health and guard. Guard halves the amount of damage that you specifically take, your hero takes from all sources, right? So if you were to take 2 damage instead, you'll only take 1 damage as long as that character is still on the field with guard. So giving it +1 health, not bad. Archers all +1 health. This would be a 1-2. You're not an archer, but give me 2-3. Give me guard. I don't think it's great. It would be great, which I haven't done yet. Dual blade wouldn't sin, but I'm gonna reroll. I've never rerolled before. I'm gonna do a reroll. Okay, this is actually good. So after a friendly minion dies, gain +1 armor, which is not terrible. If you had like that one guy who's got the skill, that the relic that lets it so whenever a pirate dies, you get a new one, which means you're gonna have pirates dying a lot. That means you're gonna keep getting armor for every time, which is pretty good. But Sly Gloves, I really like. The first card you play from another faction each turn costs 2 less. So every turn, each one of these archers, characters from core, they're gonna cost 2 less. Right? So for a lot of these, obviously this is gonna be free. This is gonna be free. This is only gonna be a 2 cost. He's gonna go down to 5 costs if he's the first card I play from their faction, which is really good. So I'm gonna definitely take these Sly Gloves. And like I said, I can't really get a second one. I'm not sure when it unlocks, but the Sly Gloves is really good. It's really good, and you can start with it. in a sense where it's not something you have to go through and unlock later. So taking this path, looks like we're gonna need to sort of circle around, which is good because we're gonna hit some things. So let's find some pirate skeletons. Looks like we're going second, so we get a free prism. Now, like I said, technically, these are going to be free to play on our first turn because Slide Glass is going to reduce their cost by 2. So this hand is actually a good starting hand. You can see their cost is currently 0. So because it's the first thing, and this costs more, I'm okay with taking 1 damage from that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you here. I'm going to put an archer for 1 there. I could block you here, but I'm actually fine with that. What I will do is I can already put another archer down, which is not bad. I think it will actually. Yeah, I think I will put another archer down just to kind of be able to not get retaliated against. So it's gonna be able to hit this without worry. It's gonna find a way to take that. We're gonna do a lot of damage to them. Sharp frozen minion. I'm going to actually put you here, so if you die, it's fine. If he's gonna hit you, so it's like no retaliate because he's an archer. Quick little 3 tap on the arrows. And because he has barrier means that they're gonna essentially block the next bit of damage that they take from any source. You're gonna take 0 damage instead, which is really good. So we're gonna put Silver Shade here. We're gonna put Rhyme Paw there. There's straight to the face. Block damage to the barrier. 3 shots. Quick and easy, yeah. That's the nice thing about archers, right? It's especially, you just kind of put them in the back, protect them, let them do their thing. Now, what do we have here? Nature, Master Marksman. We don't really have a lot of stuff for freezing. It looks like they're trying to make you do an archer build, which I'm not against. So we could, before being attacked, attack. So anytime they're about to be attacked, instead you'll attack first, so you have the chance of killing them before they actually hit you, especially because you're an archer, they won't be able to retaliate. So that's kind of nice. Whenever you have a Sprout Elf behind this, he has 2 powers, so he'd be a 3-2, or 3-1, since most archers are Sprout Elves. And another Quick Sprout Archer, which, how many do we have of those? We have 1, so we'll be able to get 2. Has dual strike, so obviously he attacks twice, so that's really nice, especially with Archer. Poison Pot Grenade. Deal 4 damage to an enemy minion and 2 damage to all other enemy minions. That's not bad. Another Cyclone Blast is also pretty good. Or another Quartermaster Sting. Thorns 2. Your opponent's spells cost 1. So Thorns 2. Thorns means that, yeah, it increases the power of your retaliate, right? So he's a 4-4 when attacking, but if he's being attacked, he instead will be a 6-4 because it's Thorns 2, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. So I could get 2 Sprout Outs and then some spells cost 1 more. So all the your opponent's spells cost 1 more. So their spells would cost an additional thing, which is good, especially if they're heavy on spells, right? Making all their spells cost 1 more would be really good. Or I gain more archers, just in general. Like I said, they're really pushing me to go more of an archer build with free statics. If I get more free spells, I think that would work really well with archer stuff, right? Because all those individual hits will be double damage, and that could really do a lot. I really don't want the Poison Puff Grenade. I'm gonna press this. Oh, I mean, I can take these two and not this one, so I can remove stuff from that. That's actually kind of good. A 3-1 iron plant is not great. I may be better running with the marksman stuff. We'll grab the marksman stuff. So I want to go here. You look for another relic, which I'm going to buy. But let's go here to the trinket shop, because I want to be able to talk more about that. So trinkets. Trinkets are upgrades that go directly onto your cards. And when you put it on your card, it puts it on all copies of the card. And any copy that you get in the future will also have a trinket attached to it. But some of them are kind of like based off the rarity of the card. Like these are just common, so you can put these on anything, but these require like looks like a blue, which basically a rare card essentially, to give it tough. Tough makes it so that your cards ignore 1 damage, right? So it's very nice on, especially against weird cards that only do 1 damage, means you'll end up taking no damage. I like to put these kind of things on cards that you have a lot of copies of. So Rempaw you can put Thorns on, because it's a common thing. This is +1 damage, but you can see this is a spell book, so if this is for spells, Thorns +2 is not bad. I think what I'd want to put Thorns on might be the Tactician, because I'm putting her in the front row, so she's most likely to get attacked. So giving her Thorns +2 means she's going to hit back for 3, and she has a barrier, so the first thing she's going to ignore, and then she's going to do more damage afterwards. So that's pretty good. I think I'm going to take her, I'm going to give her Thorns too. And each character can have 3 trinkets on them, essentially, which will alter this card. So yeah, I'm going to give her Thorns. Alright, she's going to be a bit tankier, more frontliner, which is really good. Tough. What do I want to give Tough? I want these to die. So I'm not going to give you Tough. I might give... It's not great to give... I was like... you can give like an archer Tough. It's not going to retaliate, but it's still... I could give her Tough as well, just to make it so that she also takes 1 less damage. I could do that. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Just like I said, really banking her being just a strong character, because these are gonna most likely be behind it. So you know what? I am gonna also give her Tough, and you see the costs go up. And because this is a special thing, it's gonna cost a lot more. I'm gonna give her Tough on top of that. So she's gonna take 1 less damage and deal a lot more damage. Now these are only for spells, and the only spell I have is like Frost Fist, but I only have 1 of these. Shadow's just gonna destroy me straight up. So if I get more Frost Fist, they will deal 3 frost damage, but it's already 4 frost damage. It's already a lot. I don't think I need more. So I'm going to, I'm gonna skedaddle after that. Like I said, more trinkets, more relics, but we don't have the money for relics. Relics simply cost like 100 gold. We don't really have that. So we're going towards deadly battle because we're not shying away from it. Holy shit, more thorns. Health and damage. +1 health. Or you can get something else +2 thorns. Giving you extra health is actually not bad, because we want you... It means that you have a better chance of surviving your hail, which means you can freeze something on the way. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll give Rhyme extra health. And now we don't have no money. So I need to go fight and get some money. Obviously, deadly battles, elite battles are gonna be, well, a bit harder. But as you see, like after battles and such, you recover a certain amount of health. I think 25% of your health. I think deadly battles give you 50% of your health back, which is pretty good. And you can right-click on battles and such like that, and you can get an idea of kind of what they have. Right, it's pirates, buccaneers. He's got cannon stuff going on. Yeah, he's playing a lot of cannon stuff, so that's not great. And he's got this. He's got a relic. Your first cannon costs 1 less each turn. So each turn, a cannon costs 1 less. So if he wants to just play a cannon, he can. But we're gonna go here. We're not gonna shy away from it. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna fight him. Oh, mulligans. It looks like we're going second. This is not bad. Technically, core will cost 5, but that's still a lot. So I'm gonna get rid of him. Alright, that's not bad. It means that we could technically play him on turn 1. It's pretty good. But let's say that Pilus. On death, fire your cannons. If you don't control any, add 1 to your hand. So, looks like it's got no attack on it. So I could play 2 archers down, just to get things going. So I'm gonna put that. I'm going to throw another archer down. They're gonna take care of those. I'm gonna put Rhyme Ball here. Yeah, pretty strong start. Alright, he put a cannon down. Not ideal. We didn't want him to have a cannon. 2 damage to a random enemy minion. Well, I don't want him hitting this. So for the sake of things, I'm gonna dual strike. I could risk it. We're actually gonna hold. We're gonna blitz and just. That's right, yeah. Right, because we're gonna. Yeah, played. So they went off, killed our 2 minions. Not great. For being attacked, attack, not bad. Short friendly minions and C. So I am thinking we kind of need to start getting rid of these bad boys. Let's get behind there. Get rid of that cannon. We don't want him. Get back on your stuff. It's gonna destroy the board. It's not good. Alright, now it's in C, not gonna work. We need short friendly minion in front of this and silver shade in front of it. So what I'm gonna do, I put you here. Honestly, we might be. I'm actually gonna destroy this cannon. Alright, I don't want the cannon on the field. Add a ship cannon to your hand. Alright, great. Flying bird. We're not too worried about that. Springing Sun is not a bad idea. We're just gonna throw her here. So I'm actually gonna put you here for now. I'm gonna destroy that. Put a shade there. Oh god, he's got a cannon. Oh no, please hit the barrier. Come on, hit the barrier. Alright, didn't hit us. I said, we'll have to deal with that at some point. Right now, it's not a terrible idea. We're gonna freeze this. Get rid of both of those, which is good. You aren't frozen, so die. Kill. That's actually kind of nice. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, when it kills this, it goes off. Ship cannon, great. Come on with it. Oh, okay, that's not terrible. So not terrible actually. But we do need a. Come on. Oh, core. Core doubles the power of all friendly archers. So he's gonna. So on his turn, he'll be an 8. 9, 10, 11. they're gonna clash because they're actually on the same. So I'm actually gonna put core here. Oh, 10. So if he doesn't put a flying, if he doesn't, nope. Okay, not a pirate. Also not a pirate. Okay, yeah. I was like, if he doesn't put a flying anything on, then we are good. Also, put you in the front. Blitz, that should be that. Kill you, destroy that. Boost it. To the face. 10 damage to the face. There. Yeah, no, that was a little risky, right? Going in, so he was because of the cannons, he was able to keep clearing my board, which was not great. But we persevered, right? So we got 50% health, so we ended up getting back to full health. Nothing to worry about. I'm still not getting a lot of free stuff. I was like, I'm getting Sprout Elf. Comment starts on a random 1-cost Sprite Elf from your deck. It's not terrible. What is this? Something in manner. Inanimate, tough. At the start of your turn, the minion behind this gains Archer. It's not bad. It has not its sword, so it has 1 power. It has flying, so it can block flying, which is not bad. It's inanimate. Inanimate means that it can't attack, right? So it's just there to soak up damage or retaliate. So that's good. It gives Archer to whatever's behind it, and because it's flying, like I said, it'll block flying, and it takes 1 less damage from most sources. And has 1 damage, so it'll actually do damage back. It's pretty good. But I'm looking for more ice stuff, so I'm going to re-roll. Oh, Heart Mage. Played, restore health. Frigid Sniper. Alright, after this deals damage to a minion, freeze it. If it was already frozen, destroy it. That's some synergy. There's only 1 of those though, but that's some synergy. Fiery Deadeye. Archer had Plunder. So Plunder means when you destroy a minion. Yeah, after you destroy a minion, you plunder, and you can activate your plunder effect. When that it scorches that tile. So it has +1 health, and it has tough. It's pretty good. Those are both pretty good actually. More fire stuff. Deal 2 fire damage to enemy hero. Hothead and +1 health. But we kind of want you to die, so +1 health isn't great. Play, deal 2 damage to this minion. Which is good for certain builds. There are builds that there are cards that are good when you're damaged and such. So this wouldn't be bad. It's a low cost. This is 2 costs, which means it'll be free because it's from another faction, I believe. So it could be free, which is pretty nice. And then Hothead, so you can attack directly to random enemies. Died and deal 2 pyro. These are good. These are just more, like I said, elf stuff. Make us a 30-card deck. This would be a 2 cost. This would be a 1 cost. Is also really good. Because he freezes. Because he freezes, if I have the 1 elf that gives them +3, it means the first will hit and freeze. And the second should kill. I think. That's what I think. Let's see if that's how it works. I kind of want to show both of these off. I can require color at no cost. Yeah, I'll see that. And then I can show you what that is. So, frost damage +1. That's pretty good. Once per game, after you play your last turn card on your turn, draw 4 cards. After any minions played, give it a random minion's death. So we'll get a random death ability. Every minion. Our minions, their minions, random death. Frost damage +1 is not bad. That means this will be 3. These will be 3. We'll get this Frost Charm. And here we are, the Prize Emporium. The Prize Emporium is a landmark. See, landmarks are where your character's characteristics come into play. So you can typically always get the first one, just change his words, but here we have intelligent. Because our character is intelligent, we have access to this. For this, we need to have adventurous, and for that, we need to be humorous. But we don't have those in our traits, but we're intelligent. So we could build a gadget with some purchase parts and exchange it to get 50% off. So for 10 gold, we can do that, which I will. So we could buy a trap. I'm probably not gonna actually get a trap, but you know, it's just something to kind of showcase. After your opponent enters combat, freeze all of their minions and deal 1 damage to each of them. That's actually not bad. That's a lot of way to freeze, which will synergize well with all our stuff as well as damaging them. Your opponent was a minion, transform it into a Clucky. After your opponent enters combat, freeze all of their minions and deal 1 frost damage. So freeze everything they have and then deal 1 frost damage, which would be 2, but because we have the frost charm, it'll actually be 3, and then it'll be doubled, so it'll be 6. So I'm actually gonna buy that. I never bought a trap before. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they play it. I don't know if they face down or how it actually works, but I guess we'll find out. Mid boss. You can see we're finding Solson Sacks, and he's got, after you discard a card, give a random friendly dragon +1/+1. Alright. So he's all about discarding cards. They're going second, so they get that. This is actually a pretty good hand. We'll take this. We actually have my Claw's Hunger for Blood. So I have 1 instant, so I'm actually going to start with him here. Get him on the field. And then I can, you know, like I said already, the Vanguard Tactician, I can put it in front. That's not ideal to have there, but it's not terrible. Archer and Dual Strike, not bad. I'm gonna actually put you here. Orange protection, we still have 2. Ooh, that's right. Everything does additional frost because the frost charm is gonna do 3 frost damage to an enemy. Which is really good. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put you here to block that. There you go, do 3. Tough and barrier. Ooh. Oh, did 3 to them. It's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. Those are free. Oh, those are free. Oh, you shouldn't have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place Piper here, right? Actually gonna put this elf in front, just so I can kill it for Shiloshi. Because once again, it does 3 frost damage to a random enemy now. And he's gonna have to hit it. He's gonna die, boom, 3 hit. Now it's gone. He gets a draw. 2 damage is fine, right? Because we're gonna heal after this. Oh, they just keep giving, huh? Well, as it stands, we're gonna win here, right? Because this is gonna do 1, this is gonna do 3, this is gonna be 2. So I don't actually need to do anything. I'm gonna put you in front as soon as I can, and then I'm actually gonna put you back here. I can put you there for next time if I really need to. But we bomb rush through that mid boss. That deadly battle was way more dangerous than this. But no, this is kind of how the flow of the game goes, which is really cool. And we got a huge amount of boost, plus we get bonus HP. Alright, so now we have 25 HP instead of 20. And looks like we actually have some more free stuff. Gain 2 armor, draw a frost spell. And when you cast it, draw a card. It's not bad. Devour a friendly minion to freeze all enemy minions. That's pretty good. So Devour just like obviously it's what it is. You pick one of your minions, you eat it, and then you can activate its ability. You don't have to, but this means that we have another way to kill our Shade Spreads, the things that die and do, well, 3 frost damage now, which is pretty good. And here, just be able to draw. Gain 2 armor. Armor is armor, right? It goes on your hero. Obviously, you deal damage to armor before you deal damage to your hero, unless there's like something I guess that bypasses it. I haven't seen anything like that, but I guess there could be. We can get another frigid sniper though, and another fiery Deadeye. But I kind of want. I've never seen these. I kind of want some more free stuff. some more free stuff. We got a pretty big deck. We got a pretty big deck. I could go for this. He's got the, I believe that relic is dual strike, so everything that's like, yeah, everything that costs 2 or less has dual strike, so they'll attack twice, which is pretty good. I also want to hit a, I might honestly take this route. Just so that, because there's multiple campfires, so I can show you what a campfire does. You can purchase new cards with gold. I'm not really sure there's any card I want to purchase, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So yeah, Zarek, Flux, Lifesteal, +3/+3 for every faction you have in your deck. We have a lot of factions, so this is a big card, and it would only cost 5. Because, yeah, it's actually kind of good. A 5-drop 13/13 with Flux and Lifesteal. So after it gets discarded, it just goes back in your hand. So you can't, you discard it, it goes back in your hand. Which obviously there are like discard decks, which is really good. Lifesteal too. So it heals. Anti-armor, give your minions +1/+1, shuffle an armor up into your deck. It's not bad. I just put one of these just in my deck, just got a can. Oh, good. We can actually get more of what we have here. I could buy another Frigid Sniper, which would give me what, 2? Because I only have 1. Yeah, it's not bad. I get another Tactician too, which is actually pretty nice. Honestly, all of these are pretty good. Just get copies though, so I have more likely to buy it. So, buy you. The dual strike is like okay, but it's not exactly what I need. Lucia Silverspine. Comment start. Summon a Shiverbone slime in front of this. On depth, summon a Silver Shade. That's not bad. A 4-drop that has guard, so you take less damage, but also it summons this, which actually can attack, and which is like 2/2, which is really nice. And then when it dies, you get one of these on top of that. That's actually pretty good. That's a good freeze all characters except your, oh yeah, Blitz, Hailstorm. Freeze an enemy minion and every enemy minion in its column. Deal 2, so it'll actually be 3. You know what? I'll buy that. I'm also gonna buy this. But on top of this, which is also a good thing for the card shop, you can go here. This lets you take cards out of your deck, which for any roguelike is pretty good, right? We have more reasons to freeze, so this could actually do good, but we also do a lot more freeze damage, so it is not it's not terrible, right? So I'm looking at cards and it's more like, is there anything that I don't want? Core is not bad, but is core great? I actually like these soldiers because I can sacrifice them to Piper, which is, don't tell them that. They probably won't be too enthusiastic about that, but it is what it is, right? These regular archers are nice because they're just regular archers and they can be 1/4s. I'm trying to think of just anything I don't want. Anything I don't want. Honestly, I'm gonna take this out. Yeah, I'm gonna thin the deck a bit. You know, it costs, and it's gonna cost more kind of as you go and do things. Cyclone Blast is also pretty good. I didn't buy the Quicksilver Archer because I honestly don't think it's great. I might take these out. I'd rather, I mean, he does dual strike, which is pretty good, but you know, I'll keep him in for now. Shadow destroying a frozen minion, which is good, but I'm thinking it's like, alright, this is dealing 3, which is really dealing 6. 6 damage is a lot of damage, you know? That's a lot of damage, but I can arc of, I have plenty of ways to, like, I actually have like a decent amount of ways now to get rid of, or at least freeze things without me losing it. So I'm gonna say this for now. We're gonna head out, and we're gonna look at more trinkets. Anything else we want to throw on? Oh, even better. Hothead. What do we want to give Hothead? Rhyme Paw of Hothead is not bad. But Or the sniper with hot head. Freeze automatically. Or the sniper with hot head. We can freeze things automatically. +1 power. It already automatically destroys anything that it's frozen. It's not bad. +1 power. If I give that the Rhyme Paw, Rhyme Paw would be a 2/2. So when he freezes, he's going to automatically do 4 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's actually, yeah, that's actually a lot of damage. I might do that. It's not a bad idea. Or to give it a Silver Shade. The Silver Shade's already doing 3 damage from death, but it could kill without a 2. I mean, this extra damage is also pretty good. So it's a 2/1 that doesn't retaliate, that doesn't get hit back. I think I'm actually gonna go with the Rhyme Paw though. I think the Rhyme Paw does extra damage. Oh, it's your second thing. I kind of want to save it in the chance that what I am gonna do is I'm gonna give you inanimate. I'm gonna give you inanimate. Because, whew, gives you an extra 1/1. I don't need you to attack. You're there to be a stone wall defensive in front of the archer that you're protecting. Yeah. You are the tank to protect those who were before. This is ooh, poison stuff. Yeah, let's go with that. Those are poison things. I need to thin my deck. So I need to get rid of just I just thought that on. Oh, we're going second. Give me extra prism. These are not bad. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'll keep Piper for the moment. We got an archer. Alright, Puff, alright. When it dies, we're gonna get a poison. Poison isn't great. Okay, there we go, that's good. I'm going to put you here. We currently don't have anything to play, so this way you can get the bonus like immediately. Alright. Rolling Bells, I'm just gonna keep them over there for right now. Oh, if it gets transformed though, it's gonna get the bonus. Here. And I'm going to... I could have blocked this, but I don't really want to block it. I guess if I put you on the commissary, it's automatically gonna kill you, so you're not gonna do your 1 damage, which isn't like that big a deal, I guess. Let's put you here. Let's put you here because you're flying. You're not gonna hit these. So I'm automatically hit him 3 to the face. And big defensive front end. More rotting puffs, so they're actually gonna block. Poison. Poison's not great. Because at the start of every turn, I take poison damage as long as it's in my hand. Nice thing is that I can get rid of it for free, but still not nice. I think it only costs 1 typically. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna put that there. Like I said, it typically costs 1, I believe. So we want to put you here. Yeah, we'll get rid of this poison. Get rid of it. Let's. Oh, nice. Hit him directly. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get another poison. That's fine. Hit directly. We have, like I said, big defensive tanks. Overgrow. Oh yeah, when it overgrowth, it summons another one. And she took no damage. She got her barrier, she took no damage. She just went crazy. Spells that deal damage cost 1 more. Oh, these on the field. And some spells that deal damage, which is that's why I went from 0 to 1. Because technically it deals damage, right? Doesn't deal damage to them, but it deals damage. So that's not great. Not great at all. 1 damage isn't terrible. What you hear? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Alright, so unless they can stop us this turn, we'll be fine. Which I don't think they can. Let's just get rid of that. I don't have to worry about it. I doubt they can do anything. You gotta give us some armor. Draw a card. Oh, that's nice. 2 more armor. Draw a card. Everything, and just end their suffering. Yeah. You always gotta be prepared. And the off chance, for some reason, somehow. And the off chance that somehow they come by and end up just destroying us. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that. Alright, that's good. At this point, our deck is huge. I don't have any more cards. That's why I'm going to the campfire. Obviously, at the campfire, you got 3 choices. You can rest, you can make a friend, or you can burn a card. Resting allows you to gain your gain HP as well as gain a bit of max HP. I think you get +3 max HP, which is pretty good. Make a friend lets you make a copy of any card in your deck, and burn a card. Obviously, they can just send. It's like make an extra copy, gain 2 max HP, and restore 25% of your HP. But we're gonna burn a card and get rid of all copies of it in the deck. Now, what do we not want? Frostfist is okay. I don't think I need Shatter. I'm not really gonna get rid of it. I think we do a lot of damage with our cards currently. Shatter does destroy a frozen minion, but I think we're okay. So we're gonna get rid of it. Okay, we're going to another campfire. Why? So I can burn another card. Now what else don't I really need? The Armor Soldier is good. Soul Shade, they both serve the same purpose as something to put in front of Piper. Just to take the damage. So the Quick Sprout is decent. We haven't really ran into any of these. I might get rid of the Siren. Just because, I mean, it's nice. So I might not. Scale Shine is pretty good too. What don't we want? 35 card deck. I'd say the Tactician is sort of a... she's such a good tank. Such a good frontline tank. Second Blast is great. I think I might get rid of these. They're 2/2s, they are double strike and all that, but I'm not really playing them over anything else. So I'm gonna get rid of the archers. Obviously, who knows? I could fight this deadly battle. Or a regular battle. They're the same, except one has the bonus and one doesn't. You can't say I don't got them. Yeah, I'm towing them around. They're heavy to walk with. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're going for that deadly battle. I don't care if you get dual strike. You're going first. This is actually a pretty alright hand. It'd be nice if I could draw an archer. My curse. But we do gotta be a little careful. You know, a little careful. Kinda wish I'd given you Hothead. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw you here. I'm gonna put you there for free. No, yeah. I'll put you there. Oh, they can block this. Which is fine. Oh, we got Big Piper. Here's enemy. Sorry for that. I'm deaf and running. Honestly, it's not gonna be great to freeze you. I mean, if I freeze you, you'll take 6, but you're already gonna take like 5, so or 4. And you're actually not gonna do too much, so it's not that big a deal. So I'm going to run call here. Yeah, with these attack face. Add a pirate to his stand because of activates. It's gonna take a step off, do no damage because of barrier. So as long as we stay on top of it, we will be fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you here. I want you in the front, so I'm actually not gonna play you anywhere. And I'll let this begin farming itself. This minion would be transforming some of the fungus instead. That's a lot of damage. Back here. I'll freeze you. That way you end up taking double damage, which isn't like the worst thing. So, if that would have hit that, that would have been crazy. Oh, poison. That is actually alright. Now I know I could have not played it, but I wanted to. I wanted to play it. Oh no. Here. You in the back. Blitz. Alright, good. Get rid of that barrier immediately. Face. To the face. At this point, it's only a matter of time. Flux, Def, deal 2 damage. Oh, which one? Oh, of course. Gonna deal 2 damage to us. Okay, there's a barrier. We didn't take any damage. This poison thing is safe. Ooh, nice. You're probably gonna die, right? Now we have guard, so we'll be taking half damage as well as boom. There's face, so that's gonna be that. Because the guard only took 1 damage. The over damage because of the archers. Deadly battle, come on. Come on. Is that all you had for me? That's everything you got? Now, I shouldn't really add any more cards. At this point, yeah, this is the deck we're going into for. Now, purchase a trinket. So acquire a relic at no cost. I think it only lets you buy 1. So we're gonna go. If I go here, I could possibly buy 2 trinkets to round out to level 4. If I go here, I get 1, but then I also, or at least 2 relics. I can get trinkets in my car. I think I'd rather get relics, or you know, I can read it incorrectly and go to trinkets, which not great, but also not actually that terrible when I think about it. Just boosting my nonsense, I could. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. You know, sometimes, you know, reading comprehension doesn't kick in when you want it to. It doesn't. +1 health, inanimate. Anything else you want to give inanimate to? I don't really think so. Anything else we want to give 1 HP to? Alright, Hailstorm. Yeah, we'll Hailstorm, give you that. Anything we want to give extra health to? Let's give extra health to Jeez. That's right. She has 3 things. She can't get another one. I was like, man, if I give her extra health too now. Well, we don't mind you having health. You already have extra health. I don't know if you can give it twice. You're just like, you guys are supposed to be getting protected. You know, it's not bad. I'll give you extra health, you know, in case you aren't just protecting. I don't want you having +1/+1 because I don't want you to be inanimate. I really don't want anything else to be inanimate. I want you guys to do damage. I want you to attack so you can freeze things. So yeah, no, I think it's gonna be that. Give me cards. Any cards that we want? How big is our deck? I wish it just told me how big the deck was, you know? What I can do is get rid of some stuff from the deck. Is there anything I want to get rid of just to thin it out a little bit more? I could get rid of this. I still kind of want to see it because I've never had a trap card before. I don't know what it does. I don't know how it works. I could get rid of... Yeah, of course not. I'm actually fine with all of this. Another Silver Shade? Yeah, let's buy one of these. Another Hailstorm? Oh, one of those. There we go. Alright, boss time. We've made it all the way through. This has become more of an archer deck with some freezing potential. But, you know, you roll with what you get, you know? Okay. I think I'll actually get rid of Hailstorm, but I'll keep this. Alright, I don't know to start with. Alright. So we're going first. This one looks rough. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put her out here. And put a Rhyme Paw there. Oh, Jolly Bombers. Add a bomb to your deck. I like bomb stuff. Essentially, if you draw the bomb, it auto-casts itself and deals like 4 damage to you. So it's it can be deadly. Hunson's gonna be able to kill. We don't want that. Put a soldier here. And I will put a... I'll put a Silver Shade here in the off chance that we draw Piper. That's right, he gets a replacement because his pirate died. He's putting bombs in my deck. We don't want to draw them bombs. We really... Okay, we didn't draw them bombs yet. Freeze the enemy and our minion in that column. He's gonna ultimately kill himself. I don't think I want to put a trap down. I don't really want to put this down. I think we're just gonna hold right now. Alright, so right now, you know, it kind of comes down to this. Rush allows them to attack immediately, which is obviously not terrible. Luckily we have a lot of, like I said, real tanky fire girl here. Ooh. This is an Archer and Hothead, so that will actually be really good. So let's actually do this. We can actually clear this column. Boom, straight to the face, as well as scorch both of these tiles. Alright, so now they're both scorched, so if it plays anything on them, they're going to immediately take 1 damage. Which is not bad at all. Combat start, draw a pirate. Right now, the 1 damage isn't anything to, you know, be upset about. But now that he has this, and he has all these things in the same column. That's my thing. Is this column or is this row? Is this column? I think this is row. Should I find out? Should I find out the hard way? I feel like I'm gonna find out the hard way. Or, you know, I'm just gonna play core here. I'm gonna just put my boy there. Just enough to do it. And he doubles him, so. Holy damage. Jeez. Hey, don't touch him. Okay, I'm okay with that. Alright, well. That's that, right? I mean, at this point. Oh, here. Oh, hey, this is row. I'm gonna play this. Trap card. Okay, that's how it works. That's cool. Get rid of his whole back row. That's. Let's play you there, and then yeah. You know, that's that. And that's the run, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, S grade as well. Oh, just perfect. I know I only had 2 legs, 2, 3, you know, and then as you can see your feats, right? The run took 1 hour and 8 minutes because, you know, obviously we're taking some moments to explain some things. You know, HP, tower and bonuses, and just varying feats that you got from it. Right? You can see everything that you did. Amount of Bunsen, but we did it. S, the amount of Hux that we were able to gain, so for our meta progression and everything, and this was awesome, right? That was actually a lot of fun. Like I said, it kind of became more of an archer build, but the freeze was big, right? Especially with the archer stuff. I didn't realize how well they synergized since they attack individually, allowing each of those attacks to essentially be doubled, so better chance of just getting through them and then hitting directly to the face. So that was great. I really like that. But I hope you enjoyed, right, the run. I hope you enjoy Cross Blitz. It's a lot of fun. I really like it, and I think you'll really enjoy it too. But that's gonna be it for me today. I'm SS Cannon. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you picked up the game, if you played it, and if so, kind of what mercenary are you like messing with the most? Which one do you like the most? For me, it's probably gotta be Bang. It's probably gotta be Bang, just because I really like bombs. He's all about throwing bombs in the deck. I like that kind of stuff. It's kind of fun to me. But I will see you guys next time. You guys take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Later.